Hello there again, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to be doing some interesting stuff again today. I'm just making sure that everything is fine. We're going to be doing some interesting stuff. You may hear me from across the other side of the room, and you might hear me twice there, because as usual, I'm trying to get the links for everything. And it's screwing up the links again. What normally happens here is I try and post, and it totally screws me over, so sometimes let's just try seeing whether this works. Nope, still. Oh wow, it's still showing the wrong thing here. I love the way the thumbnail for this is Armored Core instead of Undertale, but it's fine. Hello everyone, hope you're enjoying, or will be enjoying. We are going to get right into things now. We're going to do Muppets area. I'm going to be doing a couple of things here to try and bridge this gap. But first off, we're going to be doing something very similar to the first part of the level or the rest of it, which is doing this other platform, right? Because we need to fix these other bits. So, red. It's that one. To keep it in line with everything else, and then it's red heart, and then after that it's the purple, and then LEDs from Bakers, and then we should be good. So what we're going to do here, just hide that. And then we'll grab the ends here, because this platform is really easy. And we'll just make sure that all of this upper bit is in red at the moment, the red hot one for the edges. Sorry my voice is going to sound like I'm a million miles away at the moment. It's literally because I need to charge my microphone. I was on VR last night for so long that when I came off it, I didn't charge anything, I just kind of passed out. So, yeah, should have really opted to leave that stuff on charge instead. Okay, we're good there for the moment. I'm gonna actually see whether this updates now the thumbnail. No, it hasn't. It's stayed the same, unfortunately. Let's try and update things here. Okay, I think we're good for the moment. I guess I'll find out now. Yeah, it's still posting the AC6 playthrough that I did the other night, which is really weird. Either way, we'll just carry on. So, we're doing Muppets area. And we're going to be switching through a couple of different files here. We're going to be doing the platform, then we're going to be doing some of the webs, and then we're going to be trying to do some of the main webs as well. Which is going to be interesting to see how this all goes down. And for UVs here, we can reset. And then when we go to UV editing, we just tilt that on its side, I believe. I also need to fix the UVs there, because they're totally stretched now. Can't be having stretched UVs. And for those that aren't familiar, UVs are basically the coordinates for the textures. Okay, so that's not too bad, but the obvious one that's annoying is the main bit here. Can I just hide that? Hey Sammy, how are you doing? Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing alright. Dude, what is up with that UV there? That is weird. Project from view, and then we'll rotate that. 180. How you doing? Hope you're okay. Sorry, it sounds like I'm over the other side of the room at the moment. Had a football game yesterday. The team lost, but our band did well. Aww. So yeah, we'll be working a little bit on Muppets area again. I obviously have been doing a lot of planning for this, but I found a helpful tool last night that I ended up purchasing. So we've got some expenditure now on the project. Apart from the mocap stuff, which was already current expenditures. Oh dude, that's annoying. We have to project from bounds. And then reset here. Flip that 180. The thing is with this, normally I don't show all this behind the scenes. Like, the level that I'm going into today is going to be a little bit more in-depth. Holy cow, am I the first one here? Yes! Retro Kai says, howdy, hello! Nice to see people coming in. Hope you're all doing alright, by the way. I just realized, did I not project by bounds there? Because that then boxes that in, right? And then we can just rotate this, 180. And it allows the entire platform to then have the light going along it in a decent direction. But yeah, nice to see everybody. Sorry if, again, sorry if my voice sounds like it's over the other side of the room. It's mainly just because I use a wireless microphone. I use a wireless microphone, but at the moment it's not charged. So, it's kind of charging as I'm using it. So, yeah, fun times. I finally get to see this. I've been seeing things on VR chats. I'm so excited. Oh, nice! Another person from VR chat. I had a load of people recently actually come in from VR chat and be like, dude, it's my first time seeing this. And I'm like, oh, nice. So it's good. The Undernet Hub is actually helping then, because that's one thing we wanted to do for ages, was get helps and get more eyes on the project. So fun times. So what we've got here is a case of having to extend the UVs here. They don't look too bad. That fixed that up pretty easily. Okay. Hope the music's not loud for you guys either, because I normally have the Deltarune soundtrack on in the background. Okay, it's kind of fixed there. Not too bad. No, the volume is perfect. Oh, nice. Thank you very much for confirming that, Sammy. I like making sure that it's okay. I just realized this red on this platform is the wrong red. I've used the one for downstairs. When I saw this, I was so happy for the people that are to be part of this. Undertale is just way too good. So yeah, it's something I've been working on for quite a while and have been consistently getting help from the community with, which I'm really happy, so... Oh. Couldn't do this without the community's help, so we're all good. Floating platform dark red, was it? I remember. Floating. Yeah. Gotta make this all the same. And of course we'll be doing more details later on. Again, we'll be doing more of Muppets stuff today. So if you liked having a laugh at me going insane from Muppets stuff recently and trying to figure the logic out behind it, well, then there's more of it today. I gotta get VR chat now to Sammy. The thing is, a lot of people think that VR chat is just for, obviously, people with VR headsets. And while it is better with a VR headset, the thing is, you can actually use it without a VR headset, and that allows you to just go into worlds and talk to people, and it's actually really good that way. I love the way my my avatar here is not reacting correctly because of the microphone being off. It's unfortunate, but what can I do? Let's see how much battery it's got. Oh, half. Okay. So we'll bring you guys in here. I don't have a camera with a good mic though, says Sammy. Okay. That might explain a couple of things. Let's reset the avatar for the moment, right? Hang on. Settings. Let's just quickly reset stuff here. That way it actually looks decent rather than messing up. Okay, let's see if that works. Yeah, there we go. There we go. A little bit better. Now I just need to move position here. I may... There we go. I was going to say I may appear at the corner of the screen, but there we go. I usually go into the Undernet to meet a lot of new people. I've been going there for ages, just hanging out. It's really cool. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be following some tutorial stuff in the next Blender window, because I have two of them open. Here we go. So what we're going to try doing is creating the bridge made out of webs to go to Muffet's area, right? So the idea is I'm going to have to create multiple of these webs. It's going to be crazy. If I do this, and then we do this about that many times, and then I'm going to duplicate that. So what we do here is grab this, add a wireframe modifier. Spider Bridge is going to be something. I have a interesting tool to help, as well as this very cartoony version of the spider web that I'm going to be doing. So it's going to be really interesting to get this all set up. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to duplicate this, right? Just make sure I delete the right one here. I got most of this set up before, so a lot of this has to be unique. So that's why I'm going ahead and just doing this for the moment. I'm trying to make it as accurate to the sprites as possible. So you got this thing going on. It doesn't look too good at the moment, right? But once we combine the two ideas that I've got for this with the last one, then hopefully we should get something that looks good. So it's a little bit of, just let me cook and we'll see what happens. So my idea for the spider bridge at the moment is that all these are pulled very tight, right? We gotta go do this here. We'll just line all this up. This is for the top row because there's actually 2 more underneath. So we go here, and then we put this here. Yeah, okay. I figure if I can get Hotland done for the anniversary, that'll be really nice for everybody. So I'm on a roll at the moment, just trying to get everything done. Because the whole point right now is to put something out for the anniversary that's going to be really good. You know, even if it's just a little preview again. Or an update. So let's just save this quickly as Spider Bridge or something. Spider Bridge. Now that looks pretty trash though, right? So what we're going to instead do is take some of these and go select the outside edge. And I need to do, what was it? There was one way of selecting stuff, but randomly. Hang on. Mesh. Checker deselect, that was it. If I try that again. Oh, no. Let's try. If I go from the center here, just hide those. Try this a different way. We'll do select random, right? Let's try getting rid of a couple of these. Not all of them, but just enough. I'm gonna need at least a couple of those there, right? So we'll just do faces. And the idea behind this is it makes every single spider web look a little bit more random. So we do this. We do the same with the other ones. We're just gonna hide. Takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. Select random. Oh. Try random again. Let's try. I'm gonna need a couple of them connected over here, so let's try maybe this. Right? It's not looking too bad. Different style random webbings is what I'm guessing. Yes. The idea is to make it as randomized as possible so that they don't all look the same. But it also has to make sense. So for instance, if I select random there and I have too many that can't connect over here, well then it's not good. This one I need, same with that one, so maybe I just keep these, right? Delete that. And as you can see, we're slowly getting this randomized look to it. It's not amazingly apparent, but it is working slowly. It'll work better when I've got all the other stuff with this. Because there's a lot of new tech that I just got the other night that helps. Random select. No, that doesn't help. Select random. That moment where I'm trying to select bits that will connect here and hope that they don't get deleted, and instead it's deleting like half of this here. Try deleting that one as well. Okay. Hey, Ryden. Have you heard about the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Yes. Yes, it's so good. It's, I'm getting really excited for it. You know, I really wanted to watch it. My partner is really big on FNAF. And I've played it a little bit, you know. I actually want to try playing it in VR at some point, just for giggles, but... Yeah, I've been looking at it because it's done by the same people that do a lot of, like, classic puppet stuff. You know, the animatronics. So it's going to be cool to actually see all of that in action. There we go. That's another one that's kind of unique. I thought I did that one. How many have I done already? Oh, there we go. Let's go here. Select random. For one of these attempts, I'd love it to select stuff that isn't connected to everything else, you know, or is going to be connected to everything else. Okay, let's try that. We can kind of roll with that. Have you seen the second preview? It came out a couple of days ago. I don't think I have. I might need to look at that. Oh, there's VR FNAF. I know you can play the proper like VR versions, but I know in VR chat there's some worlds with it in. I've played it in VR chat, and that's a little bit awkward, primarily because everybody camps the spawns. Oh. Let's try deleting that there. Okay, we're looking pretty good so far, right? I can just like keep this up for another couple. The idea is I'm going to have a lot of these underneath as well. I just want to get the basics done. Are these webs? Yes, they are. But they are not going to be the proper webs. These are going to be like... Excuse me, burped there. These are going to be decorations. The idea is that I have a tool that allows me to just draw webs. So the idea is I'm going to combine that with these to make it look absolutely amazing. If you're on the Undernet, on the Discord, you will, or you're on Dork's Inverted Fate Discord, then you'll have seen previews of that tool already, where I was messing around drawing some test webs. So we're going to actually go ahead and try and mess around with that today. This is a special stream, really, because normally I don't experiment so freely like this on stream. Normally I keep this all under wraps until it actually looks good, so you may or may not see me panicking depending on how good it looks, you know. But I'm hoping but it's not going to be too bad. I've got like a notebook here next to me of all the things that I want to do for Muppets area. So hopefully we can get all of this done and it'll look really nice. I was talking with a few people in the Undernet last night about having the entire battle for Muppet play out as kind of like a giant food fight because of the way that the boss fight actually plays out in Undertale. I thought it would be really funny to have that, just a giant food fight with a load of like tiny spiders just throwing donuts and things at Frisk. So I'm actually really set on that idea at the moment of just having like Frisk getting chased around this area that looks kind of like a giant spider web mixed with a cafe while having food thrown at them. You know, I think that'd be really funny and cute at the same time. Oh, that'd be pretty funny, says Ryan. It makes sense, you know, like, the thing is, a lot of people say to me, like, oh, you're doing Undertale in 3D, how are you going to do that? And a lot of it is harder than you think, right? Because, say for instance, the one that always gets me is trying to imagine some of the monsters' attacks in 3D. Like, obviously, Toriel and Asgore, they're going to throw fireballs. Asgore uses his spear to try and stab you. That's easy. But the thing that always gets me is how to do some of the other characters. Like, for instance, Sans and Papyrus. We know Sans has all of his abilities from the end game that look really deadly. Like being able to raise bones out of the floor or the walls or the ceiling, throw people around and use Gaster Blasters. But it's a case of then, how do you do Papyrus and make Papyrus unique? Because the brothers, so they have to share abilities, but how do you make them different? And what I was talking to Dorked about this a while ago, and they were saying, like, maybe make Papyrus's moves look as though they're really sort of cartoony, almost like, you know, rubber hose animation, where all the bones aren't exactly, like, heavy hitting and aren't, like, massive groups of them, like Sans, where he's being really aggressive, but instead have only, like, a few of them and maybe try and play it off almost like Looney Tunes because of how Papyrus is. So it's not always easy to just turn around and be like, yeah, here we go, 3D boss fight. But for Muffet's one, with the way that the battle goes in-game and the way that it looks, I definitely think having a food fight would be really cute and also would work in the project's favor. Because it'd get a load of laughs and it would make sense based on what's on the battle board, you know, when you're fighting. Retro says, don't forget you can also do the orange and blue swing attack. Indeed. But yeah, some of the moves are hard to translate into 3D, especially when you're trying to make it look natural, because you've got to remember, this is a movie, so of course, things have to make a little bit more sense or look a little bit more natural compared to the game where everything is just bullets. You know, so certain characters have to be tweaked, and there's a lot of thought that goes into that over how that can be done and how to make characters still be faithful to what everybody knows, but also make sense in 3D. So it's kind of similar to Hotland, where Hotland's been throwing me a little bit, where I've been like, how does this translate into 3D? And then I've been going crazy. You know, for anyone that's been around for the last couple of streams where I've been joking about that, saying, oh yeah, it's driving me crazy, you'll know what I mean. Hey, Big Shot Gaming! But yeah, we're almost done with this bit, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to join everything together and try and give it rubber physics. And the reason why is because then we can try and bolt it down at this end and bolt these areas so that they kind of link together, and hopefully we should have what is essentially a giant bridge like in-game made out of spider webs. And then we can just throw that on the platform, hopefully. And then there's a couple of other things I want to do, and I'll explain it as I'm going. Like I said, I write down a load of notes on computer and on WordPad here and talk to a bunch of people, so a lot of thought goes into this. A lot of thought. I need that one there to have more on that side. The idea is when you see me selecting these, I'm trying to make it so that the webs have more connection points for where they're meant to join together and be strong, because webs are strong already, right? But for areas like here, where they need to be joined to the platform, I need a lot more webbing over here. So it makes sense that those are joined together a little bit more. So we're doing the same here now. World Revolving, one of my favorites. Do 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 do. For Papyrus, I want to see the bone riding the skateboard. I prototyped the cool attack, you know, that he does, where the bones come up and spell out words. I prototyped that ages ago and it actually looked really cool, but I can do better now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Right, so what we're going to do here is try and make this look good. Because so far, it just looks like a bunch of circles, right? Just see if this works when I do that. Okay, so for the moment, not too bad. Could be better. what we have to do is we have to apply this modifier here, right? What this modifier does is it takes the edges and says, yeah, the edges here, we're going to make sure that everything is in wireframe mode. So then I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to slowly delete all of these faces. Oh, I'm going to just make sure I get the right ones, right? Do 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 do. Oh. I keep joking about it. I actually need to put that video on that somebody did recently where they were doing musical theory for Undertale and Deltarune and how you can more or less hear Gaster's theme everywhere whether you want to or not. Which is funny because it's like when you try to figure out whether Gaster's theme is in a certain track and then it sounds like it's everywhere, then it becomes a little bit more awkward. Do 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 do. Oh. Okay. Let's do this. The idea is this takes a while, but it's worth it at the end of the day. I've already got one of these prefabbed or pre-made, so it looks like it's hanging. So this is going to be cool just to see if this will work as I want. I've got this kind of planned out in my head. So hopefully this will just work. All I can think of is the world revolving with lyrics. That one is really good, if it's the one that I'm thinking of. I really love that one. I showed it to one of my friends who comes in stream occasionally, and it drove him mad. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Undertale tracks again and Deltarune tracks with lyrics attached to them. I've been watching a load of other content as well. I need to watch X-Tale or Cross-Tale all the way through again. You know, the Underverse one and the preludes to it. So good. I got mentioned that the other day to some people because they were like, dude, what's your favorite AU? I was like, well, I do like Glitch Tale, but I really like X-Tale and Underverse. I have a soft spot for Inverted Fate, even though it looks like it's not done yet. Mafia Tale's pretty funny. Just the way that it looks. It's the thing, I'm slowly getting exposed to a lot more of this stuff, so one step at a time. Oh. Do 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 do. So we're slowly getting there here. It's a slow process for a massive bridge like this, but what I might actually do there is do this. See if that looks any better. Oh. So that's not too bad if I do this. It's going to be cool when I get to show you guys the new tool that I've been on about. Story swap, Inktail, yes. A good one that I like watching is by Kylie, I think it is recently. Let me just try and find it here so I can actually reference the name properly for you guys. It's Kylie versus Azriel, I think. Yeah, Kylie versus Azriel from 6 years ago. So good. And then Cammy Cat's Hopes and Dreams from 7 years ago. Oh, so good. When I keep telling people, like, Hopes and Dreams is one of my favorite tracks, along with Undertale and his theme. It's like, it's so good. Well, let's just try and connect these together. Gotta delete these first and then I can connect them properly. The idea is once I've given all of this a giant set of rubber physics, it should hopefully look like a bridge. And then we can just like stick it in Muffet's area. And it should work for the most part. The idea here, I was trying to get a good idea in 3D space of what Muffet's area would look like. And as well as having like the webs that reach high into the ceiling, I'm actually thinking of having sort of like a small trap door there or something. Not too sure about it at the moment, but the idea is just to introduce her pet. It's either that or have the webs go into the rafters so that Frisk can climb up them. Remember when Undertale fandom stole Stringer, sorry. Stronger Than You, I'm from Steven Universe. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Seen that. I've seen that a lot, but I've just not heard it, you know. I'm not really a massive fan of Steven Universe. I've seen it, but it's just like, it's not my thing, so I don't bother with it. Oh. Which might upset a few people, I don't mean to, you know. It's just I don't find it as entertaining as some other stuff. There's nothing personal against it. Ooh. Why is it that the home theme for Toriel's house is always so cozy? Like, I know Toby probably did that deliberately, but it's just so nice. You know, you could be chilling out on like a warm summer's day, and then you just come in and put this on, and it just feels so good. Do, 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 do. Almost done here. We got like another 4 to do. Remember when people thought Sans was Ness? Yeah, I blame MatPat for that. MatPat, it's just a theory, a game theory. Do do do. Sorry if you hear me occasionally, like, basically doing really, really crappy, like, it's not exactly singing along, but you know what I mean. It's like jamming out to the music. Don't mean to butcher it, but I do enjoy the tracks so much, like everybody else, so why not, you know? If I just do like that there. The idea is I'm going to pin some of these vertices in a little bit, which will allow me to have everything kind of rigid in those areas, and then I can just stretch everything out, and away we go. I love that part, says Sammy. This song is featured on the PlayStation Undertale background. Oh, for the store. Oh, interesting. I absolutely love this song as well. It's so well done. Like most of the tracks. To be honest, I'm trying to think of like a track that I don't actually like from either Undertale or Deltarune, and I can't think of one at the moment because they're all good. You know, it's a really hard one to pin down. Do, 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 do. Okay. Do, do, do. Try and get rid of that though. Right, now if I fill in all of these verts now, should look okay. I've just got to kind of move these together. Oh, move these together a little bit more. Let's do this. We'll try and clip them into each other just a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too bad. It's either that or I do one massive web and have it covering everything. But hopefully the way that I've planned this out, it shouldn't be too bad. Meltberry does real good song covers. Ooh, let's have a look. Do. Let's just drag everything here. I'm just trying to get it all lined up fine. So if it's not lined up, well then everybody's going to be able to see it really easy. Well. Do. I think we're good there if I drag everything else here now. That one needs to be moved slightly. Do. Okay. Time to pin everything. Actually, no. Before I pin everything, gotta make sure I fill in everything. 1, 2, 3. Oop. 4, 5, 6. I gotta make sure this is all filled in. Long process. Really long process, but if it makes Muffet's area look good, then I wonder if... No, I can't skip like that. It fills in everything if I do that. Okay, so that should be... It should be all of that one done. So then we go... Oh. We hide that one. And we do the next one. Gooseworks covers are really good, yeah. Gooseworks' covers are absolutely fantastic. I love them. I can't get Mad Dummy out of my head. Like, literally. I just can't unhear Mad Dummy. Let's just... Now that should be good there. Hide. If there's any issues, hopefully I can hide them later on. Do. It's funny, I keep going in the Undernet as Queen at the moment when people go in as the Thrash Machine. I keep on having a dance off with all the Thrash Machines, it's so funny. I just put Knock You Down on, and then do the breakdance emote, and then just watch Queen breakdance. It's really stupid, but it's so funny. It's just something I like doing, because nobody else seems to go as like Giga Queen in the Undernet. Oh. The lack of Giga Queens so that Thrash Machines can have fights is disturbing. Oh. Absolutely. This is another good song as well. Again, Toby does a lot of good songs, but Because I've heard this one so many times, it never gets old. The Cyber City and Cyber Field themes are really good. I think that's that one done. All the webs are unique. Yes. All the webs are unique. That's why I'm not copying and pasting them. All of them look unique because I copied and pasted them to begin with, but doing it this way just allows me to have a lot more control. Plus, what I'm actually doing here is filling in errors and other things from the other versions, so it's not like I can just simply copy and paste and away we go. It's more or less just double checking everything is good as we go around. That should be okay now. Yep. Field of Hopes and Dreams. He could just change them after he's done filling the one. I mean, I get where you're coming from. It's more so the whole thing of the random select from what I know only worked when it was like this, so I could be wrong, you know. But either way, not too bad. At the end of the day, as long as stuff gets done, it's good. I got a lot of animating to do before the anniversary. What I need to do is get Hotland done as soon as possible, because then I can just get onto all these animations that I'm going to be doing for the anniversary, and then people actually have more stuff to enjoy, you know. It's like, what, 13 days away or something? Just over 2 weeks. So if I get Hotland done in the next 2 days or something, and then textured in the next 2 to 3 days, then it still gives me time to do a lot more animating. Because I have a lot of the new update cut up. The new update features a lot of community stuff, actually, so you might end up seeing yourself in the video. I keep asking people for the consent to use the, you know, the likeness in footage and stuff, but for those who I unfortunately can't reach, it's going to be a case of, in the video, saying, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of community discussion. There's the presentation from like a month or two ago, I think it was, which is a really big one. There's discussion about mocapping animations. There'll be Hotland. Progress updates on where we are in terms of like how the entire project is going, because obviously everybody keeps on saying like, you know, how's the project going? How's the project going? A lot of that, the behind the scenes of Hotland, which has a lot of me going absolutely crazy. Some of which you guys won't have seen yet. I don't remember what else is in there. There's a lot. There's a lot. I always try and make it a little bit of community and then a little bit of the update for obvious reasons, so that people can still have a laugh, but also stay up to date with everything. Okay, we've got 3 more to go. I think this is another one done now. 2 more. I love the KK gang, says Sammy. They are pretty cool. I do like how they look and everything. That's all of that done. And then the interesting bit is the physics bit in a moment. Try to do this as quickly as I can here. Oh. Okay, then we alt H to unhide everything. Now what I need to do is pin everything. Oh boy. Right, so pinning basically just means that we take areas of the webs and we nail them or glue them together. Let's see here. Can I just... If I do that, can I just... Control H? Is that... No. Hang on. Control G. Yeah, assign new group. Okay, so... If I do this here, because this is where it's going to be attached to the platform, hopefully. Actually, let's make sure of this, right? Do that. I'm only going to have the ones that are close there. And then we'll have that attached. These should be attached. These should definitely be attached to each other. This is a really cool technique as well for doing this. These should be attached to each other. So should these. Because it's totally random, it looks more natural. Those should all be attached to each other. Those should. Just realized these should be here as well. Making sure this is all naturally attached. Okay, so we're gonna need these here to be kind of close to each other. Have that one. Let's do these for the sake of it here. Because we can move some of the positions later on. I love Smart Race. Oh. Nobody likes Birdley, but I really like him. I like him as a character, he's really cool. Okay. Playing with physics must be so much fun, right? So here we go. What we've essentially done there is said, these areas, they look like they would stick together, so we're just going to pin them, right? Or glue them to do. Assign new group. And then this group we're going to call pin. I like Birdley more than most of the cast as Big Shot Gaming. I remember when he first got introduced, and everybody called him like an incel and stuff, and it's like, dude, he's literally just like really smart. You know, he's really smart. Sure, he likes to show off, but he has a bit of an ego. But like in Deltarune Chapter 2, he has so much more character progression that makes him more likable. Where he's like, yeah, I was being a bit of a dick to everybody. I'll just kind of humble myself now. You know, so by the end, he's a lot more likable. So here we go. So now, if I've got this all correct, I should just be able to slap cloth physics on this, right? And then from the cloth physics, we can just drop down rubber, because rubber is pretty easy to control. Come on, give me. Why is it not allowing me to do that? Silk, maybe then? What, cotton? And oh, wait, it is. It is. It's just me being stupid. And then if I... Oh my god, the sim for that. Oh, that's crazy. Hang on. Some strange reason it's being a bit funny. Why is it not working how I intended? Because when I did this before, it worked fine. Let's get rid of the clock physics for the moment, if I can. Why are you... Oh, wait a minute. I remember. It's because we need to apply that to the pin stuff. Hang on. I'm missing... The outer edges aren't pinned. Oh, they are. They are pinned, but nothing's working. I've missed one step here. It's when you go down to, not collisions, property weights and structure, that shape, there we go. And you do pin, right? Then when you sim this. Oh, the frames. The frames. So if I did that, about there wouldn't be too bad. Right? Where's the other stuff in the background? Oh yeah, I forgot I'd hidden them. Shall we do this? I'm gonna convert that to mesh now. That looked weird, reminds me of spaghetti. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that. I'll delete the other ones from underneath because I can copy and paste them from the other one. So we got kind of a spider bridge going on at the moment. And then if we want, we can have, where's it, append, circle web collection. Where is my other cylinder now? There it is. And this is another one that I had pinned. So if we go to, oh crap. We go to this one. That one's kind of the same, just a little bit thinner, right? And if I want, I can just then put that over everything else. About there, roughly. We'll do convert to mesh, because then that means that it's static. That one's slightly thinner, but we can have that in different places, right? So you can have this underneath. About there, roughly, to kind of fill in these little gaps. That's not looking too bad at the moment. Right? We'll have them fill in each little bit there for the moment, just to see how that looks. Okay, not too bad. What VGA do you use, bro? Wait, what? try and join this together. I imagine Frisk bouncing around on them like a trampoline. Oh, that would be funny. So we got all this going on, right? This looks kind of cool. Looks kind of like flooring. A little bit. But then the interesting bit is when we take this and put this in Muffet's bit. Because we should now be able to take that into Hotland. Load up Hotland. Where's the web bridge? Muffet's area. So let's try. Where did that file go? Ah, there we go. Okay. File, append. Spider bridge. Delete those two collections because they're not being used. Drag this up. Hey, it looks roughly about right. Drag down. Oh, come on now. Then extend that slightly. Oh. Up there. Might need to just stretch that just a little bit this way. See how that looks. That's not too bad. Right? But then the cool bit comes in when we start doing stuff like this. New. I feel like the webs would droop down a little bit in the center because of the bridge, because of physics. I can always do that again to make it droop a little bit more. But the best part here is spider tool. Because we can then camouflage this a little bit. Because I feel like the way that you look at the sprites look as though they've been stretched really tight to make that kind of like bridge bit. And spiderwebs are known for being strong. But the cool bit is when we append the stuff that I had last night, which is webs. Collection. Webs. Append. Set. Where's the link? It's not webs. It's actually fire and everything else, but it's fine. We'll get rid of that for the moment. The reason being that if I take this and do edit mode and do draw, I should now be able to draw webs onto the level. Might need to make that a surface one. Hey, that's not looking too bad. So now I can start making everything look slightly better. Ooh. That looks so cool. What are we making? We're making Muffet's pet. But yeah, this is a tool that I bought last night, right? And this just allows you to, between a couple of points, just draw webs on the entire area. As long as I get it in the right position, it seeks out the nearest point and just draws a load of webs between it. So we can then just do this sort of thing and try and add as many webs as possible. Really, really spider the place up. I might be going a bit overboard here, but... This look awesome. I looked away for a second. So what we're going to do here is try and camouflage these little bits. So where we have all these other bits, right? We're going to make all this look as dope as we can. Oh. By just going underneath and just going absolutely crazy here, right? And then that'll camouflage everything that we just done that doesn't necessarily look too good. But with this bit makes it look just fine. You know. After a while, it all kind of blends into each other. Just have to make sure it's not too many polys. The power of doing this in Blender with stuff like this is pretty cool. Now, I imagine Muffet's area is actually pretty webbed up, so that's why I'm going crazy and trying to make everything look a little bit cooler here. We're slowly getting webs. I don't even know where that one's gone off to. There's one that's like flown off into the distance here. I don't even... I might have to attach something to that later on. Web just decided, yeah, laters, I'm out. Rules cards team, indeed. What we'll do is we'll try linking a lot of these ends together. In a way that doesn't look really stupid. Do. Lost skill next, if I remember rightly. So Muffet's area is looking pretty nice at the moment. I just need to draw the other end as well. I don't want to go too crazy, but I do want to camouflage the bits that we made before that look a bit bad, so... Do. Love the way that's just like connected to nothing there. Okay. Like I said before, normally this kind of experimentation I'd do off stream just in case it goes wrong, but it's actually not too bad at the moment, so you guys are pretty lucky to see this live. Because normally I don't like it if it doesn't look good, you know, I'm just like, oh, okay, let's just do experimentation off stream where it's easy to control things. But if anything goes wrong here and I don't like it, well then you'll know, because I'll be like, no! Dude, this is actually looking really nice so far. Okay. Gotta make sure I get these lines close together so it all looks good, you know. Can I go that one to that one there? Because it joins onto other stuff. Oh, there we go. What creators don't want you to see are the mistakes. Oh yeah, totally, you know. I don't like people seeing mistakes, so it's just like, oh, I'll just do this. Next minute, I'm like, oh no, everything's gone wrong. You know, then I start panicking. Let's try and do 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 do. That moment where these spider webs I made before aren't looking too bad now because they're kind of being camouflaged by the other stuff. Do do. Oh, just making sure I see how much spider webbing we put here at the moment. This is looking really cool. And then what we can do is we can do all the platforms and stuff later on with more webbing on it. I just need to know where this one's going because it's like connecting off into the distance here. Right. We just like delete that one for a moment. Is that one gone? Delete that one too. I don't need one that's like going flying off and I can't see where it's gone. It's like, excuse me, can you just come back here, please? Oh, that's done the same. It's like down there. No, it hasn't. So many polys. Hopefully it won't be too bad. If I need to, I think, yeah, I can change the resolution of these Bezier curves down, so I can change them to like 2. You know. That way, resolution's not going to be crazy, but at least it's not bad. Because this is all in one curve as well. Good job my computer can take this. You know. It's hard to find them when they go off the map. Indeed. Funny thing is, I got a new computer specifically for this project because I knew I'd be doing crazy stuff like this. So, fun times. I can just do it enough that it camouflages everything and doesn't go overboard, then I've still got a decent frame rate for later on. Imagine how cool this would be to make into a VR chat map. Yeah. You know, they'd be so cool. People have already been asking for this as a VR chat map, even though, honestly, I think Frisk's one is really good. If you're not familiar with Frisk, he's already done, or they have already done, Hotland. It looks really good. Ah! That moment where you put a point down, it goes off the map again. Stop going off the map! Favorite song coming up in a moment from Deltarune Chapter 2? Knock You Down. It's coming up so close. Here's the intro to it. I need me an animation of like a Power Rangers Megazord fight, but with Queen and, well, Giga Queen and the Thrash Machine. Absolutely love this song. So good for an end boss fight. Is that? It's going off into the distance again. If anybody's heard the lyrical version of this mixed with Big Blue from F-Zero, it's absolutely amazing. Do 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 do. Imagine if I hadn't been doing just camouflage work here and I'd done every single web in like this. That would have been terrible. I feel like a lot of this is kind of camouflage now, and I can just do little bits here and there, but... I would not go near that because my fear of heights is savvy. Yeah, I mean, imagine trying to walk across this thing. It's just like spider web central. Yeah. Nope. Keeps messing up there, so we'll do from there to here. Absolutely love this webbing tool. It's so good for camouflaging things. The secrets where Frisk gets tangled in the webs is going to be fun to animate. Oh god, yeah. Getting stuck in the flooring and then just be like, ugh. The idea is for part of this to take place on the actual webbing here, and then the next part to take place like just on the inside and the outside here. So the entire thing won't just be around here. I might even make the area bigger by adding more of these webs that just extend outwards and make it a little bit more like an arena. You know, so at the moment, this is just kind of like proof of concept, just sort of fleshing out Muffet's area and seeing what it looks like. Oh. This actually isn't looking too bad now. Yeah, the idea of this fight, though, is to make it look as cute as possible. You know, because a lot of people don't like spiders. Honestly, they're pretty cute, but it's the whole thing of just like, the spiders from Undertale are really cute, so... Ooh. Okay. And we'll just join some of these together. Nah! No! That moment where you miss, and it joins off into like the distance. Again! Oh. Okay. We're slowly getting there. The amount of polys in this area, man. Good job it's done via geometry nodes. So it kind of isn't as intensive as it would be normally. Yeah, big shot. Cute, bro. Muffet's dialogue scares me. Oh yeah, the genocide dialogue as well, where she says like she eats everybody or wants to eat everyone. that Dorked was on about recently in one of their videos. Oh, come on. Right, let's try from there to there. Okay, that's not bad. There to there? Okay, so if you can camouflage the edges like that, then it's okay. Ooh. And then we can just join those two up. Hey, this isn't looking too bad now. The song gives me goosebumps. Oh, because it's spammed in. Oh, spammed in Neo. It's okay, he just wants to be a real boy. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Don't pick up the phone. You don't know who's on the other end. It might not be the person that you're expecting. Come on now. Hey, we're slowly filling out the rest of these webs now. Looks so good. Dial tone. Dial tone is really creepy as a song, man. So creepy. She was one about the human during the genocide run. Indeed. She just refuses to close Hotland, leaving it open because she's like, nah, it's fine. The webs look good. Remind me of a tree. Reminds me of the crafting games. It's so cool. I like how you're doing that effect, Beauty. This is literally just something that I got last night. I've credited the person responsible for making it. Because I tried making it myself in Blender. I was following a tutorial for it, but the problem was the tutorial went a bit fast, and when I tried to rewind, I just could not figure out where I went wrong. So just like, I'll just buy it. You know. And then I just plug it in, and away we go. We can create nice spider webs like this that allow us to really help with Muffet's area, especially because they're all done via geonodes. And then it helps us cover up areas like that and really sells the idea that this is a bridge that's been connected to each other, made out of webs like this. You know. Muffet wanted to eat alphas too. Yeah, Muffet just wants to eat everybody in the genocide run. She's like, screw that, I'm just gonna eat everybody. This is really messed up. But then again, this is Muffet. I was learning a lot from people last night about Muffet's character, and unfortunately Muffet's creator, because apparently Muffet's creator did some not so very nice things, which I did not know about. You know, Muffet was basically a Kickstarter or a Patreon inclusion boss character. Oh. I love the way the geometry nodes are like seeking each other out here and like slowly linking along. And we're almost at the other end as well. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Ooh. Okay, can we just link these together? Oh, no. It's gone into the darkness. Here's an interesting one for you guys. What do you prefer? Don't Forget from Chapter 1 or Don't Forget from Chapter 2? You know, the remix or the original version, because I really like the original. The remix is growing on me, but admittedly, it's like, not too sure. I still think the original is better. You should add this to the ruins. Oh, trust me, I'll be doing that. Like, I'll be adding the better webs to the ruins to make them look better. Because I've been saying to people I'm going to go back and make other bits look just as good as Hotland and Snowden. Because Hotland and Snowden are basically the peak of what I've been able to do with this project in terms of, like, making just stuff look really nice. Somebody mentioned the other day, a lot of the stuff has like moody lighting and atmosphere to it, and it's like, yeah, it's deliberate. The idea is that the mood is going to slowly get better as we get closer to the end of the animation or the film. It's just the whole thing of, I have this fascination with making the lighting really dark, because when you put a light in that darkness, it brightens everything up so much. You know, it just looks so nice. Oh, let's try and go around here. Again, all of this is really to just camouflage the model here to try and make it look just a little bit better. This is looking so good so far. Apart from that one bit that's like hanging down there for no reason. Dork has a really good video on Muffet. Oh yeah. It's the underground. There is no sun. That's also a good point that I mentioned to somebody ages ago. It's like the underground, there is absolutely no sun. So, of course, everything's going to be dark, you know. Unless there's lights lighting up certain areas. Oh. Trying to link these to here to make this look a little bit better. The idea is if we can draw people's eyes away from these bits that I'm trying to camouflage and just to the overall image, then it doesn't look too bad. I just realized the music's cut off here. Time to start again. Ah, too far there. I might even put spiders on the end of some of the web bits here, you know, just the camouflage bits. So like they're perched on the edges, just looking at Frisk. So I really love the spiders that I've done in the ruins. They're like really detailed. Oh, come on. Come on, give me a break. I just realized I've got to do all this webbing here. I feel Hotland should have a red hue from the lava everywhere. So what my idea is at the moment is to have everything that's lower down here be lit up pretty intense, you know, because it's closer to the magma. But as we go up, stuff starts getting darker. Sorry, mince my words there. Starts getting darker until we get really close to the resort, because then the resort's basically like a light in that darkness saying, come over here, you know. So around Muffet's area is going to be pretty dark, but we'll also have the lights from like the stage play and everything else shining on things, so. At least I'm not spending 3 days working out how to light the ruins again, because that was funny. I was basically trying to figure out how to do it organically without using torches like a lot of other people do, where they put like fire torches in there, because sure, it makes sense tutorial, but for some strange reason I just wasn't down for that idea. I was like, maybe I can do something else, you know. I want to see Metaton's little fountain in the hotel. That will be cool, actually, to do that. Funny thing is, as much as you guys get excited about the entire project and it being finished and being able to see it and see what I've done for like bits and pieces, I get excited about just making these areas and being like, oh, this is going to be really cool, and remembering little details and be like, oh, it's going to be so fun to make this, you know. You could say I'm almost a fan of making stuff and everybody's a fan of trying to see how the project will come out. Even the creator is a fan. Ooh. Metaton is really good. I need to actually dedicate, that was one thing I was going to do with the next update, is actually dedicate a lot of time to animating Metaton for the next update. Let's just do this, and then do this, and then hang these there. I'm doing a pretty okay job at disguising this stuff so far. It's taken a while, but it's getting there. I need to do around here, I think. Whew. It's okay as long as nobody tells anybody that I started with a bunch of circles. Yeah. No, I think I might try and hang some from the underside just a little bit. Can we do from there to there? And do... Try and fill this up just a little bit underneath. Probably going to be the most detail Hotland has in it so far, is just doing all these webbing bits. Why is that up there? Okay, this isn't looking too bad so far, and then we just... Dude, all these freaking details, they're so cool. I'm like really enjoying the process of just painting spiderwebs onto everything at the moment. Classic says, it's interesting how this turned out. Like Spider-Man, Black Widow had a baby. It's definitely cool just trying to make all this stuff how you would expect, you know. Especially by camouflaging this all as much as possible when it comes to actually animating on it. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm still in edit mode here. I was just checking. I'm just doing like little details now that I think might work, but I think we're more or less done, apart from like little bits like this. Just need a little bit here and there to cover up some stuff. Yeah, because it's going to connect to there. That's going to be cool. And then we can just... do. I need this to be linked together, and that one. Hey Moody, have you seen the artwork of Undertale? Like Undertale and Undertale? Papyrus looks like a Christmas tree! Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check that out. Undertale is... Oh no, wait a minute. Undertale's the one in space, right? Okay, so that's the basic bridge jump for Muffet's area. Oh my god. I'm glad I did all of that in really low res, so that it's not gonna be like an absolute nightmare. But yeah, that looks a lot better now than it did before. You know, where it didn't look as good. Now we can see that from underneath. But what I'm planning on doing is having the fake walls in, and then having other platforms and stuff around here, and not having it just be like a straight line. Ow! I need to get new glasses, because my headset is like squishing my glasses against my ear and just like crushing them. Because my glasses frames are ages old. Ow, ow, ow. No, I can't listen to the music. You guys are gonna have to listen to it on your own. Like literally, crushed my ear here over the last like what, hour and a half of working. Not nice. Don't forget there are webs on the walls. Oh yeah, so I'll do a little bit of what I plan on doing here. I need to copy some artwork here for the stuff. Hang on. Let's see. People messaging me. Just give me a sec. I like dealing with messages in the background. Okay, so The idea is I got inspired by some Muppet artwork. And the artwork showed a little bit of the floor, right? And I kind of agree with it in the way that it looks. So, in the same vein as down below, or rather in the same way that we have things down below, I'm gonna attempt something and you guys get to see it now. It's gonna be a nice experiment. I'm gonna turn the light on for a moment. Oh my god. That moment where I'm sat in a room that's just like completely dark. Was that? There we go. Okay. So, just give me a moment and I shall show you what my idea is. Deliberately trying to get the colors from the artwork here that I like, and I'm just going to use those to do a checkered texture. So I'm going to do 128 by 128 here. And we're going to do this 128 by 128 as like one shade of pink. I'm just going to take that, put that here. You guys aren't seeing this Photoshop work, but it's fine. It's no big deal for the moment. What you will see is the outcome of it. And we take this other pink, and we just do that. And this is going to be very similar to Metaton's cooking show, right? Because Muppet's area is open to interpretation for the most part. I don't want to change too much of it. What I want to do is add just a little bit of interesting stuff to it. So, we're going to have this set up. Just going to create this texture real fast. And we're going to get to see the transformation of Metaton EX's form. Yes! I'm going to try and do that with fog and everything to emphasize Metaton's beautiful transformation. It's going to be so good. I want to try and include everything, you know, so I don't want to miss a single beat if I can help it. So it's going to be fun to have all of this stuff in. Okay, so still finishing up here. What I'm actually doing in the background is just creating a quick texture and then slapping it in the file that I've got here. Custom textures, PNG, Muppet floor. Anime intro transformation. Oh, it's going to be fun seeing the anime intro for Mad Mew Mew as well. Which one am I using? Oh, I forgot I was using two different blend files here. Okay, so let's just check where the soundtrack's up to here in my headphones. I don't want to crush my ears again. Oh, that's where it's up to. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, from here onwards, and then the next bit, we're going to change things up a little bit. Do, do, do. Yeah, we got Mew Mew. We got Mew Mew up in here. I think I showed her off previously where I was like, yeah, we got access to Mew Mew. So, and it was, the reason why I say that is because it was one of the really rare models. You can actually see it in one of the previous updates. But yeah, it's one of those rare models that you can't find easy online. And somebody thankfully gifted me Mew Mew, so sometimes Mew Mew flips, though the thing is, based on the talking, Mew Mew flips between dummy and her new way of talking, which is funny. So, or at least that's the idea we came up with. So when Mew Mew talks in capitals, she flips back to being dummy for a little bit, so you get this kind of like masculine shouting voice where it's like, but then when she's actually being Mew Mew, she has a little bit more of a feminine tone to her. Not a proper one, obviously, but I don't want to sound like I'm patronizing or making fun of people there with that. It's mainly just that when we were trying to think of it, the voice actor that does Dummy also does Mew Mew, so the only other thing I could think of was let them do the dummy sections for Mew Mew and then have a female voice actress do Mew Mew's actual lines as well, you know, so it's a mixture between switching between Dummy and Mew Mew. Don't know whether that's going to stick like that at the moment. I obviously don't want to offend anybody, so I'll have to see if that idea sticks and how well it sticks, but it is a cool thing to think about. So do a plane here, right? I'm going to need 2 of these big planes because of how the platform looks. By the way, hello to everyone who's still in here. Hope you're enjoying. Is she going to sound a little bit like a ghost, like her cousins? I haven't put the reverb on it, actually. We've not put reverb on her yet, so I might need to think about that, you know, and include that, because that would actually be pretty good. Because the other ghosts have reverb on them to make them sound very spooky. So, what we're going to do here is I'm going to try and do this the way that I normally do these things, which is I'm going to cloth physics this because of the way that it looks, right? We're going to do a new one, a new material. There we go. Muffet floor material. Because at the beginning, it looks, honestly, like there's a cloth pattern going over the floor. And a lot of artwork depicts it like that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this checkerboard texture on, right? And we're going to have it shrunken down just a little bit. I got these textures literally, well, the colors for the texture from the artwork that I was on about. Right, so we're just gonna do this with it, right? Oh crap. Really enjoying all these details. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna take that. And that's gonna span, I just realized I'm gonna have to change this texture up in a moment. That's going to span the entire thing up until there. I always saw it as tile. The idea is like, I'm trying to make it look as though it's, you know, like her cafe or whatever that she dreams of having. I mentioned this in one of the previous streams yesterday where I was drawing out ideas and I was like, it would make sense that Muffet's kind of got some sort of thing that she's dreaming of but can't reach. You know, because she said she wanted to buy money to get everybody out of the ruins. So what we're going to do here is have like this fake setup that's kind of connected to Metaton's stage a little bit. So it's almost like, imagine if you've ever seen like TV shows where they're like sitcoms or whatever and they do everything on a stage and then you see them pan out a little bit or go across to another stage. Imagine it's the like Final Fantasy reference here that's a fake stage next to another one that's just Muffet's cooking show more or less, or it's going to be Muffet's cafe. Do 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 do. So then, what we're going to do is loop cut this thing a bunch. And the reason for that is because then, when we do this, we can subdivide it a couple of times. Might be a little bit too much, but we'll find out. The lion in the dress. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to have the lion in, primarily because of not being able to get hold of the model, which is sad, because I'd love to be able to get hold of every single character model. I have to see if anybody can do that. But then what we do here is we go collision just for a moment. That's the thing with this, it's like I can do a lot of characters and get a lot of character models, but it's like some of them I can't, and it really does. When I say it hurts not to have some characters in, it really does, primarily because a lot of people have their own favorites that are like really obscure, or you wouldn't expect. Like a lot of people will say like Undyne or Papyrus or Sans, you know, for obvious reasons, but not many people say like, oh, Ice Cap's my favorite, you know, or Onion Sand's my favorite. And it's like, I'd love to be able to just rep everybody, you know, by being like, look, your character that you like is in, you know, I got the model of him. But unfortunately, I just can't do that with some of them, and it's sad, you know. Unless somebody makes them and goes, hey dude, you can use them, you know. Oh my. I pressed cloth and then all of a sudden that vanished. That is an issue. Dude, what's up with that? Convert to mesh, right? And then claw? Why is that doing that? That shouldn't be doing that. That should be doing... Let's try the rubber one. Maybe it's because it's too many polys? Let's try that. And then do cloth. Oh no, wait. No, it's down below. My bad. So what's happening is, because cloth physics are rendered as an animation, it flew all the way downstairs. Let's see how this works now, right? Oh wow, it's okay. That's normally a behind the scenes thing. It's not meant to phase through the entire geometry there. That little moment where Metaton gives them a dress is so wholesome and sweet, because it shows Metaton's humble. Indeed! The only person he doesn't seem to like is Burger Pants. But that's because the whole deal with Catty and Bratty as well. So we got this bit here, right? And we have to add collision, because if we don't, we can't get this sort of thing going on. And that actually looks really good from there. Then what we can do is we can just bring this down a little bit. How does it look like if I try and put it over the end there? That doesn't look too bad, but... Oh. We just... Okay. He broke the rules. Indeed. So the idea is we do this. I'm going to take a copy of this. And then we'll make it low poly again. So that's floor 1. Or rather, yeah, floor. Let's... Oh, no, what did I do there? Duplicate objects, right? Get rid of that for the moment. Floor 1, convert to mesh. That way it's not animated, it stays where it is, right? It's a rug. Either way, it's going to be cool, right? So you have that hanging off there, because it kind of looks like that in the sprites. And while I could just save it like that and have it all with physics and everything else, I don't think Hotland is going to have wind blowing through it, right? So, that's fine leaving it as it is. And then what we do is we decimate it. What decimate does is it kind of destroys all the detail. Depending on what you want out of it. Sometimes it looks bad, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see how many polys it has. Actually, that's not bad. 1,600? Yeah, I thought I'd added more polys to that, but that's fine. That's actually fine for that. Right, so, floor 2. Floor 2, we can drag over here. And floor 2 is going to lead up to Metatons bit. Now what we're going to do is just... Oh, I forgot I need to put collision on that as well. I feel like it would have been a fire blanket material, because I think all the fire monsters in the lava would be able to make it catch on fire. Oh, I might actually have that as like a little thing, maybe, because that makes sense. Like, somehow make sense of it and have it in. I love the way... The thing is, with like physics and stuff, it's okay simming them. Oh. Until you get this kind of thing where, like, as you can see, because that fell from such a height, it started rolling backwards. And if we just leave it, it will just eventually fall off, look. This is like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff where it just like, if I left it, because of it hanging off this end, it would just slowly start falling off. But that's only because of where it is. So what I can do is just drag it over here a little bit, and just bam, it's down. And then we just need to have it stop flapping around. It's about there. That's not bad. And then... Oh crap. Oh wow, I totally messed that up. Right. Then we convert that to a mesh again. It's been so hot in the south. Texas has been suffering wildfires. That's way too close to my state, says Sammy. Oh, hope you're okay. So what we do is we do this. And then we delete everything after about here. Actually, no, because of the end bit, we'll have that about the... Then that makes sense. So now Muffet's bit is starting to make a little bit more sense here, and we have those two bits of flooring there. And then I just need like the fake walls in and expanding the spiderwebs out a little bit more, hopefully not lagging like mad. We've got the giant pillar over here, which I need to figure out. I don't remember why that was even there. Oh, I remember. So the pillar here I can actually get rid of because it was meant to be for the other platform, which is actually down below. Actually really liking how Muffet's area is going at the moment. Like, especially because of me being able to paint those webs on. Let's see what it looks like with just me putting a light in here just real quickly, just to see what those webs look like. Here's where I spend like an hour or two painting webs and then it looks terrible. Well, revolving again. Oh. Okay, so let's see what these are gonna look like in engine. Oh my god, look at that. That is spooky. It renders them pretty fine. That's not bad, that. And if I do the rest kind of like that, that's gonna look really cool. That's gonna look so cool. This is kind of like when I was doing it before, I was going to say like this area where there are lights, because what you're seeing is this is supposed to be the final render window, right? But it's black, And the reason for that is because I've got no lights in the scene so far. And the idea is when I slowly start adding lights, that's when you start seeing everything take shape, right? So we've got like these little lights. This is why I keep saying like the upper section of Hotland might actually be really dark in my version. Because I absolutely love the spookiness, but I also love the shadows and everything and just how lights can really impact the surface. Like for instance, we know it's pretty dark here now, but the moment we stick in one of these lights in the corner, we put it just where this one should be. Immediately it starts brightening up the platform here, of course, but just the effect that it gives is really cool. We can go ahead and put another one over here. I'm obsessed with this type of like low lighting environment that just looks really cool. Don't know whether it's just me that likes that like loads, but it is really nice to see. It's just a case of getting the shadows to look good and also the lights at the same time and then lighting the characters. Are you going to add particles for lava areas? Yes. Yes, so I'm going to add lava falls and other things. There's going to be like a massive one that comes down from the ceiling and it lands. Where is it? Because there's the lava fall, so it's going to be about here. So we might actually see some lighting from the upper section with that. That would actually be a neat way to light it. But just as an example, this is a very old version of Hotland that I had. Where is it? Let's try and find it. Make sure I've saved everything. Hit Control S a bunch of times here. Trying to find, because I keep everything backed up. There we go, potential Hotland kit bash. I'll show you the mock-up that I did. What I do is, everything that you've seen in previous trailers has basically been me playing around with ideas, getting animation bits done, you know, trying to get my vision of Undertale complete and slowly building it up, you know. So there's a couple of areas in some of the trailers that are prototypes that won't be in the final and will look a lot better. And obviously the animation's going to look a lot better, trust me on that. But, like with this, I do a lot of visualizing, you know, and what that means is I'll take a small area of somewhere, so say like either Hotland or the ruins, and I'll build it up with all the little details, and then I'll look at it in 3D and be like, okay, am I satisfied with that? Does that look right? Does that look faithful to what everybody would imagine? And it's how I got my version of the Judgment Hall with sands in, which everybody's seen now, that looks really good. But this is what I started off with for Hotland, right? And the idea with Hotland is all that lava and the core. So what I ended up doing was find missing files here. Let's do that and see if it finds them. So this is just a prototype, bear in mind. It's not the final version. It's just something that I used. I love the way it can't find some of these files. We'll just have to deal with the player character here. Having a pink hoodie for now. But the idea is that I'll even hide that character. The idea is that I do mock-ups like this using different assets so I can make it look roughly how I would imagine it would look, right? So the idea with this one is I was like, okay, I want some screenshots and get an idea of how Hotland would look. So I've got all these lava falls. I've got a bit of a cave here. We got some platform going on. And the screenshot that I actually took had it set up like this, so we couldn't see what was above. I didn't know what I was going to do with the other platforms. All I knew is that I was going to have some metal structure there, so I put that there. We got the cave with all these lava falls going on. Can't remember whether they were animated or not. No, not yet. But this is just a prototype. And the core itself, the funny part about this is, when you go out of this, the core and everything around is made up of assets that were taken from Sonic games, right? So I can name all of these. Like, for instance, these metal girders, they're from Sonic Forces from Arsenal Pyramid. The bits, like the stalactites and the platform here and the outer edge, those are all from Sonic 06, from, what was it? The lava level from Sonic 06. I can't remember, like Flame Core, I think it is. And if we go over to the chemical plant, over here, or the core is actually made up of Sonic Generations assets to make it look like the core, but it's actually stuff from the chemical plant zone. The idea being that it looks pretty similar when you see it like this. And I'm gonna take the basics of this and model it again so it looks pretty much like this, but in more detail, and you'll be able to see it looking a lot better. And I'm gonna have that instead. This was just a rough idea to get people looking at it and be like, oh, okay, that's good, you know. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and model this properly, and then, or just take it as it is, whatever, and throw this into Hotland. And the idea is that we're going to get a sense of scale for how big this thing is, because when we are transitioning from the hotel area, the resort, into the core, we're going to have Frisk look up like this, and we're just going to be able to see the core looming overhead and see how massive it is, and then we're going to have the bridge that links to it kind of over here with the little doorway here, so we can see him like walk in, and it's just going to look so massive, you know. Are you going to do that during a stream? I think I might do, yeah. It'd be cool to actually do that, just do like a load of hard surface modeling and just make this look a lot better, because it looks flat here. So if I was to do that, you know, like do it on stream, model it all pretty similar in the way that, you know, all these shapes are and everything else, but just do it in a little bit more detail. And by that, what I mean is like make some of these edges pop, you know, so that they actually get caught in the light instead of using like normal maps and stuff. If I do all of that in like 3D and then add that onto Hotland, that should be really cool, you know. And then that will be the end of Hotland after that. But yeah, that gives you an idea of kind of what I was going for with the prototype, and we're getting close. We're getting really close. I'm going to see if I can get my friend to come on and see the stream. Hey, Bakers! You know what's confusing me, says Bakers? Why does the True Lab have 2 elevators? It's not that big. They tunneled through 100,000 cubic meters of bedrock to make an elevator shaft and decided to do it again. Why? It's like I said, man, it's why I end up looking like a psychopath trying to make this stuff work. But on the other hand, Muffeteria is looking really nice now with all these cobwebs everywhere, especially when we zoom in. So yeah, I'm gonna make that area a little bit bigger and then have like the fake walls on it and everything, but I'll do that later. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my mic charge again and do a little stream later on. So I'll probably be updating this on the Undernet Discord and everywhere else later on and showing you guys like close-ups and stuff. And then next time, hopefully, when I come on, we'll either be at the end of Muffet's area or pretty close to it, and we'll be up to the stage, you know. My buddy ain't interested in Sammy. It's fine, it's fine. I calculated it. It's 100,000 cubic centimeters. Oh god. Or cubic meters, is that? Jeez. Anyway. Thank you very much, everyone. I know most of this has just been painting cobwebs on things, but I shall see you next time, and next time we'll finish off this little bit. So yeah, thank you very much. I hope to see you again. I hope you've enjoyed, and as usual, thanks for sticking around with me. So until then, bye!